Okay, Cubism Phase 3, take 2000. All right, so yesterday you cut out your outlines of your object. You drew 3 different outline views of your object. So for me, my glue bottle, I had the front view, right? The side view, skinnier, and the bottom view. Got it? All right, now today you're going to take your pencil and you're going to color the backs, or one of the sides, of each one of these little pattern pieces. You're going to add a ton of graphite, all right? And you may have to add more as we go along. Okay, so your first step, after you color the backs of all these, all right, is going to be to take one of those to start with, all right? I'm going to move these. You can use your sketchbook sideways or vertical. It's not going to matter because we're doing cubism, and it's going to be all mixed up. Now, hopefully you watched the video that I told you to watch about cubism before you came to this video, because I told you to get inspired. And by that I mean I wanted you to look at the artwork and notice all the shapes that are created by the artists. The overlapping views create new shapes, additional shapes, shapes that may or may not make sense to the viewer, but it's a shattered view of the object. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to be inspired by that shattered look. All right? And we're going to do it with a different technique. We're not using paint. We're using another fun technique that is also very valid in the art world. We're going to take a piece of tissue or toilet paper, wrap it around your finger, your index finger, take one of your pattern pieces to start with, and holding it down from the center of your pattern piece, you're going to spread some of that graphite onto your paper. Be careful that you don't rip it. Don't be aggressive and go like that, because you might rip your pattern piece, and you're going to need them tomorrow for the next phase. So save your pattern pieces for tomorrow. If you need to turn your paper, do that. Don't go back and forth. Rather go from the middle in one direction all the way around. Okay, it might not look like anything is happening, but there is something happening. Be patient. See? Isn't that cool? Now, you can use another pattern piece if you want to, and do the next step by alternating your pattern pieces. I think I'm going to use this pattern piece again first before I switch off, because I want to kind of overlap right away. All right. You're going to need to probably use each pattern piece about 4 or 5 times. You need to overlap your pattern pieces on your paper like this. And when you start to run out of graphite, meaning when you start to not be able to see it come onto this page, wow, that's cool, you're going to need to reapply the graphite, okay? Now, right now, I would say you might get sort of 2 rounds out of one shape before you have to add more. Okay, so this is what we're going for, okay? I'm going to lift this up to the camera. All right, you're going to need to use all of your pattern pieces in the way that I just showed you and overlap them as you smudge the graphite onto your paper to create new and additional shapes. Like that is a new shape created by this shape and this shape overlapping, okay? Try to make your values nice and dark, meaning add a lot to the back of your pattern pieces, okay? Be careful that you don't rip your pattern pieces. Already that's looking cool. But this is not enough. You need to use each pattern piece about 4 or 5 times. We're trying to create a chaotic, fragmented view of the object. Okay? Great. I'll see you tomorrow.